big coffee because I've been winding yarn. I've still got these minis to do, as you can see. I have done my Isle yarn, ready for my Down Cardigan, and I've done all 7 of them, pushed through. So this is the start of what I knit in a week, and this will be a new cast on. Love these. I got these in my advent from Dystopic Fibres. Really handy. Oh, and then yeah, I've done 3 of my minis. One's over there. I couldn't hand wind the minis because I realised I need to hold it double, so I need a centre pull, and I don't know how to hand wind a centre pull, so but yeah, pretty chuffed. Soon I'll be sat down knitting with a cup of tea. So cute looking at all these minis, but it was a nightmare because this one went into an absolute yarn bath tangle. But it's done now. Woohoo! All ready for the Incredibles blanket. So it's Saturday and it is my birthday. So I'm just going to show you a couple of yarny related gifts that I've got. The first being some mics, so hopefully the sound is lovely and crisp. But the first thing that I really wanted to highlight was a beautiful birthday card that was sent to me by a fabulous viewer, and she sent me some beautiful stitch markers that are made by a friend, and yeah, I just wanted to say a massive thank you. I really appreciate you sending those to me all the way from Canada, and I will be adding them to my birthday cast-ons. Okay, my mum got me something I added to my list, but I didn't realise how much the postage was going to be. You may have heard of this before, you may have not. I saw it on Birch and Lily's podcast, so from Amanda was using one of these when blocking her knits. And it's called the Struck It. And I've got the set, so you get a little one, which will be great for socks and accessories. And this is the big one. And what's so good about this for blocking your knits is that it's like a normal bucket, and then you put your water in and everything, but it's got an inner basket. And what you can do is clip that up on the side and let it all the water drain out. And then, if I can show you this, it has a little outlet at the bottom so you can drain all the water out. It's really well made, this, really sturdy, and I think it's going to last for years, and I'm really pleased. I just need to have a finished object now so that I can try this out. Yeah, I'm so pleased that I've got that. I also got some yarn, and I did actually mention on the podcast yesterday that I had put this on my list, and it's the Drops Cotton Merino, and this is colour 16, and I'll show you the yarn that I'm going to pair this with. And it is the Drops Alpaca Silk, and these are the 2 colours together. I'm holding them together, and I am making, I'll have to put the name on the screen because I can't remember it. I'll just look on my iPad actually. Now I've just downloaded this pattern, and it's a 2-page pattern, so there isn't much to it. I'm going to be doing the second size. It is the Late Summer Dream Tea, and that's by Kristin, Olsen. And I'm going to do a swatch shortly. Oh well, I'm going to cast on and just check my gauge. And it is recommended for 6mm needles, so I am going to cast on with 6.5, and I will just rip it back if I am not meeting gauge on that. The second size gives a bust circumference of 118 centimetres. My bust is approximately 96 centimetres. So that does give me, I think, the recommended ease. And I've got plenty of yarn in both of those. The alpaca was actually already in stash, and then the cotton merino was what I got for my birthday. So yeah, I'm excited to cast that on. I have got my needles out. I did also get a mug, which I'll put a picture in of, from a client of mine, and I laughed when I opened it and saw how appropriate it was, and you'll all appreciate that, I'm sure. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with the knitting. I'm not sure there'll be many more clips today, but I will let you see if I, once I've cast it on and knit some of that top. Oh, what I was going to say is it's a new construction to me. So it's bottom up, which I've done before, but you sort of knit it bottom up, then you knit two half sleeves up until the armhole section, and then you join it all together, which is not something I've done before. I didn't know it was that construction until I'd purchased the pattern. But it's going to be interesting, and like I say, there literally is two pages to this pattern, and that's it. So hopefully there's enough information there and I can still understand it and knit it, but we shall see. So just show you these yarns again. I'm finally about to cast on 118 stitches. Got my needles ready. Dogs come to keep me company. It's going to be fun doing a long tail cast on with these, isn't it? Why am I doing... Oh, that's a... Do I really want to pull from the centre? I'm not sure I do with this kind of ball. Where's the end? That's it there, got it. 818 stitches. I've only got my shorter needles on here. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I could do the 2 yarn method, couldn't I, to cast this on? I've lost count now. Let's start again. Probably got a massively long tail there because I always tend to do that, but I don't like to be short. I did like that old Norwegian cast on I did, but I can't remember how to do it without watching the videos. And this is the way my mum taught me to cast on. Flipping at these needles seem really big. . 5, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm really hoping that these mics help with blocking out a bit of the background noise, but who knows. I have got the dog next to me making all sorts of noise, so we'll be able to see, won't we? I hope it's not too hard to check my gauge with this fluffy yarn. I hope my cord's not too long. Oh, and I've been looking at the Calm Down Cardigan pattern, and I'm going to be so tight on yarn, it's unreal. So I hope they've over allowed slightly, because I just realised for the size she recommends for me, I think I'm about 70 metres short. Yeah, I think I overestimated on my tail, but never mind. And then this is the stitch marker that I've decided to use. How pretty is that? Beautiful. That's my beginning of round marker. And I will come back to you when I've done a few rows. Currently it is very early in the morning, but I am sat here knitting and reading. What a great start to the day. So I'm hoping that you can hear me. Apologies if you can hear the washing machine in the background. It's Sunday morning, and I'm cracking on with the washing, as you do, and trying to get it all dry. It's a really wet, miserable day, but I have been doing some knitting and reading this morning, which has been fabulous. I've not done that for a while. I got this book for my birthday. It's one of the ones that I put on my list. It was Giddy Yarns that recommended this book. I'm wearing my porcelain sweater because I thought it would be nice and cosy, but also with the shorter sleeves I can easily get jobs done around the house, because I'm just going to be pottering, if you know what that means, pottering around, doing jobs, making sure the place is tidy, and having a lot of chilling and knitting today. My youngest stayed over at my mum's last night, and my older one's just on his games at the moment, but we do need to nip to supermarket at some point, get some chicken for tea. But other than that, I'm not expecting to be doing a lot today apart from knitting. But like I said this morning, I have been doing some knitting and reading. This book's very good. I've not got very far yet, but I'll be doing a bit more in a minute. Now it's confession time again. So I told you I've cast on this yesterday. Very short 2-page pattern, and I still managed to misread it. When I start a pattern, I generally go through the whole, decide on my size, and then on my iPad I go through the pattern and I will mark up my size in each section where it indicates. And I've done that, and then because it is such a small pattern on 2 pages, when I came to actually cast on yesterday afternoon, I glanced up, and I'm sure you will have all been screaming at the screen in the previous footage, and I put a comment on when I was editing it last night, because I clearly sat there and told you all that I was doing a size that was 118 centimetre bust, blah blah blah. And then when I came back to cast it on, what did I do? Instead of casting on 154 stitches that was required for my size, I cast on 118, because those two figures in the pattern, because it is only 2 pages, were quite close to each other, and I just glanced and thought, oh yeah, it's 118 stitches. So I'd only done about 4 or 5 rows, something like that, and I had to rip it out and cast on again. But I didn't get masses of knitting time yesterday, but just show you, it's looking really, really nice. This is a real squishy fabric, it doesn't feel itchy at all, so I'm hoping this is going to be lovely and soft. I'm liking how the fabric's turning out, and it looks exactly like the pattern, which is nice. Yeah, and I'm just going to be carrying on with this. So later on, at some point, I think probably this afternoon, I might cast on my Down Cardigan, because I want them both on the needles, so I can pick them up as and when I feel like it this week. And also I'm going to be sorting through my basket, because I have a basket at the side of my seat. Well, I have 2 baskets, to be fair. I have a big basket which I have all my main projects in. Then I have behind that, towards the back, I have my Incredibles blanket in my cocoon tree bag. So that's easy for me just to slide my hand down and pick it out as and when I want to work on it. Which this week I have got all those minis that I want to put in. I think I managed to do 2 yesterday. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I've got 7. Yeah, so I've already put 2 of them in, but I've got another 7 of those to put in. And I thought if I can get a couple of colours done each day, then that will be fantastic. And like I say, that's at the back. And then just at the front of my little table that I have here, I have a little small basket, and all I have in there is my upcoming sock yarns. So I've got quite a few sock yarns that I'd wound up, and I've put them in that basket ready for the next few pairs of socks that I want to make, so that they're handy. And on top of that sits my little sock project bag and my notions pouch, so I can easily grab it. But as you can imagine, it does get a bit messy. Sometimes I'm overflowing the basket and there's stuff all around the front. This hasn't yet been put in a project bag, so I've just been putting it on top of my table. So I will need to have a bit of a sort out of that later. Get this into a project bag, get my Calm Down cardigan into a project bag. But I have pretty much been exclusively using recently the ones that I got from my Creative Garage, because I'm just finding that they're very, very enjoyable to use. So this pattern is a fisherman's rib. So I don't need to look at the pattern, it's pretty straightforward really. Just got to remember which row you're on. Occasionally I forget and go past the beginning of marker, and then I have to go back. I have done fisherman's rib before. I did a scarf and fisherman's rib. So yeah,
And I think it's about 30 centimetres that I need to, the pattern recommends I knit this to, but it does say obviously you can do it to whatever length you want, but I think I'm just going to go with what the pattern says, as it's an unusual construction as well. Oh, she does have this pattern in an Olsen version as well, but I didn't know what to make of that. So far so good. I'm just hoping that, and I've said this before, but I quite enjoy bottom up construction because I feel like I get the bulk of the knitting done and it's all straightforward, and then I get to a point which is engaging where I normally get bored of the project and want to put it away. So fingers crossed that'll be the case with this. I'm on 6.5mm needles, so I don't think it's going to take me too long to get this knit up, which is good. But there's no pressure. I'm not, you know, I'm going to have a week this week of just knitting on whatever I fancy. Come to a quandary in my secret project, so I'll see what I want to do about that, but I probably won't get any of that done this week because obviously I'm doing what I knit in a week and I want to be able to show you what I'm working on. But maybe I'll get to finish my sock. What else could I be working on? I've got at least 3 muscle bows that I want to knit, 2 adult and a child's. So I am going to hopefully do a bit on those at some point this week because I'm on the first one. And I've not taken my gauge measurement yet, which I need to do, and then I can actually, talking of gauge, I'm just going to, excuse me while I just reach down. I didn't want to knock me book stand off and make an absolute massive noise while I was getting this out. I'm just going to check my gauge on this project. Right, try not to stretch it out, eh? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I've got a 14 stitch gauge there. I have a feeling it's 13 stitches in this pattern, but I'm just going to have a look on my iPad. Yeah, 13. Well, it's 13 stitch gauge for the fisherman's rib and it's 14 stitch gauge for the stockinette stitch. Now I'm getting 14. So I'm 1 stitch off, it seems. So even though I've gone up half, it'd be interesting to see what my stockinette comes out at, won't it? But I'm not too worried if I'm just 1 stitch out. It's an oversized garment anyway, so I don't think the 1 stitch is going to matter. I'm really glad though that I did just go up half and half, you know. I always want to say half needle size, but it's not really, is it? It's 0.5mm is what I'm doing. So instead of 6, I'm using a 6.5. So I'd love to hear in the comments what you've been getting up to this week. I don't know if you can hear Vinny's snoring and noises now with this new mic that I'm using, but he's fast asleep on the chair just over there. I don't think he's too keen now the weather's gone a bit colder.
So I'll probably leave it there for now, and I will catch up with you later on. Hopefully I'll have made a bit more progress on this, and I will probably record again this afternoon when I cast on my Down Cardigan, and then you can have a look at that. Again, I'm probably just going to go up half a needle size, and I think that that's around a 4mm that's required. I was looking at the pattern the other day, and I think that's what it is, if I'm remembering rightly. See you later. Bye. So this is the current mess I'm working with. This is my before shot. I am going to tidy it now. It's very difficult to get it much more organised than it is already, but I am going to attempt just to get that a bit better now, and then I'll come back and show you what it's like at the end. So I've sorted through everything. Here's the sort of midway update. I've just been and got some project bags out, so I've decided that the project you've seen me knitting on this morning is going to be going in this bag, which is from Craft House Magic. And then I've got this bag from Willow Bay, which I've just put my mittens in. I'm not sure if I'm going to be working on them this week, but I'm going to put it back in the basket anyway. And then I've got this little Tea Cake Makes sock bag, which in here is my gift knit, the Muscle Borough, but I won't show that. And then, like I say, yeah, that's the project I'm working on today, so I'll keep this out. And later on I will be casting on, and I've just stuffed my needles in there because they're on my table, and that's all the yarn for my Down Cardigan. And that's in my my Creative Garage beautiful bag. That one's just been kept out since I got it, really. So I'll just put them in, and then I'll show you what it's like after. So here we are. It's looking a bit more organised now. The table's a lot more clear. I've just got my minis on there ready to go in my Incredibles blanket. I'm going to get 2 stripes out of each of them, which is fantastic because they're 10 gram minis. Soon as I've done 1 stripe though, I do pop them in the bag. I know it's not perfect, but it's a lot more organised. Everything's contained in the baskets, and at least it looks like I'm, you know, trying to make it look tidy. That's my sock basket there, but I've literally done nothing with that because it was already just got the yarns in, and hopefully once I've used a few of those it will go down. And my Incredibles blanket is in that cocoon tree bag at the back there. It's very easy for me to get in and out because of the way that's designed. And then in here, like I say, I've got my project that I'm working on today, which is that new sweater, and then the back there is the bag for the Calm Down, which I'll be starting this afternoon probably. Good morning. Hope you are well. It is Monday, so it must be the 21st of October 2024 in case you're watching this at a later date. I've been up for a couple of hours now. I've done a bit of knitting on, and I'll just show you that project. So let me take a sip of my brew. Got a lovely coffee. I didn't do an update last night, so I'd like to show you where I'm up to. And I can never remember the name of this pattern, so I do apologise for that. But it will be in the notes. So here we are. Just thrown my yarn on the floor.
This so far, because I am working bottom up and it's fisherman's rib, it's so mindless. Which is what I've been doing this morning, is knitting and reading. I'm loving this book, Legends and Lattes. I'm already 147 pages through, so I'm almost at the halfway mark, and I only started it yesterday morning. So you can see how much I'm enjoying it. But I'm able to, at the moment anyway, knit on this while reading, which is fantastic. I have made quite a bit of progress. Imagining that this is fisherman's rib, so it does condense quite a bit. You know, I probably would have done the body if it was just normal rib. I've done a lot of knitting, but with fisherman's rib, if you haven't done it before, you knit into the row below, so it makes it a very squishy fabric, but it does condense it quite a bit. But yeah, very mindless, very soft, very easy to knit with these yarns, big needles. Not a lot more to say about this one really. You'll have seen it progressing since I cast it on, but now I've just got out this bag and I am going to be casting on, and I've got my iPad here so that I can cast on the Down Cardigan, which will be a lot more engaging at the beginning because it is a top-down construction. It sounds quite interesting. I think it might be a saddle shoulder. I'm going up half a needle size again, and the pattern asks to cast on with 3.75, so I really need a 4.25, don't I? And I don't think I've got one. Let me have a look. Ooh, might not have in the chow goose. Right, well that might be a problem. Just let me, yeah. That's rather annoying because I definitely will need to go up because I've done a couple of hair patterns and that's 4.5 as well. Right, hold that thought. I need to actually go and check what other needles I've got, and I may not be casting this on today after all. It might be a order some needles quickly. So I've looked in all my needle sets and none of them I seem to have a 4.25. So what I'm actually going to do, rather than starting this and it being wrong, or should I go up to a 4.5? What do I reckon? I'm not sure whether to try in a 4.5. Because, right, what does it say for the gauge? So on this pattern, the gauge is 22 stitches. Right. That's on a 4mm though. So if I was to go up 0.75, that would be a 4.75, and I don't know that I've even got that in my set. Just let me have a look. No, I've not. So I think either way I need to order a couple of needles. So before I do anything, I'm going to order some needles. I should have really looked at this sooner, shouldn't I? Now, have a look on Tangled Yarns. We don't have anywhere around this area that's close by that I could just go to, unfortunately, to buy Chalgoo needles from. There's one yarn shop in Leyland, but it's not really, they have a lot more budget friendly commercial yarns, and yeah, I don't even know if they stock interchangeable needles. They may do now, I don't know. But when I can, I do try to order from, if I need something, from Tangled Yarns, because although that's an hour's drive away, that would be classed as a local yarn shop to me that stocks nice yarns. And, you know, it's good to support them, isn't it? And Northern Yarns is another one. It would be so handy if you know, there was just one round the corner and I could just think, oh, I'll just pop and get those needles I need, and it would save on postage and all that. But hey ho, that's not the way it is. Right, let's find the needles on here. Chowgoo. What are your favourite needles? Do you like metal or wool? I have this Chowgoo set, which I absolutely love. I also have a Licky wooden set. I started on the wooden needles because when I first got back into knitting, I thought I would like the metal because that's what I used to use with straight needles, but I found when I first got back into it, the metal needles hurt my hands. But with me being quite a tight knitter and I've got quite a tight grip when I'm knitting, I think at first the wood was a bit kinder, but now I've got used to them. I do much prefer the Chowgoo. So I've got both those sets, but in all the sets I've got, there's not a 4.25. Right, let's see if they've got it in stock, eh? I never know whether to go for the 5-inch or the 4-inch, because sometimes it is better with the 4-inch, isn't it? Right, now we've got a quandary. They don't even do a 4.25, and they don't do 4.75. That is difficult. And rather annoying. I wonder why they don't do that. Yeah, do you know what? I'm just going to do a swatch because I'm really not sure what's going to be happening here with my gauge, and I want this to fit me right. I'm playing yarn chicken as it is because I've got 1,575 meters for this pattern, and for my size it's calling for 1,606. So my gauge is even more important in this case. But to be fair, the 3.75 millimeter that she recommends in this pattern is for the body and the ribbing of so the 4.5 would be for the main body. The 3.75 she uses is just for the bottom ribbing, I think, and maybe for the shoulder piece. The actual button band is done on a 3.5 millimeter, so for that I can just go up to a 4. It's just that one that's throwing me off, which is what you're supposed to start on, which is for it's for the ribbing section at the top here. So I think that's going to be fine with the 4, but what I am going to do is I'm just going to do a little, it's not really a swatch, is it, but I'm just going to do a little swatch just to see what gauge I get with stockinette on an unblocked one, obviously, with this yarn. So I'll come back to you when I've done that. Bit of a ramble there while I decided what I was going to do with this pattern, but yeah, it is still going to be cast on. Okay, so after a lot of faffing around and messing about, I have done my little swatch, which I'll show you in a second, but I'll just talk to you about this yarn, because this is an Isla yarn that I got at the Woolly Good Gathering in April in Edinburgh. Now, this might not have been the best choice for this cardigan because of the fibre content. Now it's 70% baby alpaca, 20% silk and 10% cashmere. It's absolutely gorgeous, knits up beautifully, but I know alpaca can stretch quite a bit. So I've done a swatch, and to my surprise, now she does mention in the pattern for the Calm Down cardigan that the row gauge is really important. So I checked on a 4.5 and my row gauge was really out. So I've done a swatch on a 4mm, which is what is required in the pattern, and I'm getting very close to gauge. I think my row gauge is almost there, and my stitch gauge is almost there. So to me, probably after blocking, that will be absolutely fine. I don't want to block my swatch because I don't want to have to have all the faff of ripping that all out. Like I say, I'm going to be tight on yarn with this, so hopefully I don't regret using this amazing yarn for this pattern and them not being a good match. So fingers crossed for that, because I've just set my heart on it now. And this is this top section is this was what I did on the 4.5, and this one was on a 4. You can't really see a massive difference in the swatch, but I have, like I say, checked the gauge. Beautiful colour, and it's knitting up lovely. So I can get started now finally after all that, and I'm actually going to be using the needle size in the pattern. I'm just going to unravel this now, and I'll show you later once I've made some progress.
So
Which one am I
you
opening?
can have that one first.
Oh, what is it? Oh, I know what it is.
Do you?
Yeah. Do I know what it is?
Yeah.
Is it Christmas themed?
Yes. Don't tell me you've seen it before.
No. I don't know for definite. Do I?
Don't tell me you've got one of those.
No, I don't think so. Well, it's obviously house shaped.
Yes. There could be an arrow on its side. Be brutal, it's fine.
Look at that. How good is it? Woo!
It's filled,
Nice.
obviously.
I guess it must be an out then.
Right, there's a story with this. And it lights up. It lights up.
Oh wow, that's so nice. Oh, thank
You know,
you.
I thought it'll fit in really nice with your interior, and it'll be really good with Vlogmas.
Oh yeah.
See, I sort your content.
Oh, thanks.
You know,
Nice.
So I just wanted to come on and record a quick evening segment before I settle down and do some knitting. My partner's going to be coming down in a bit, and we're watching Tulsa King at the moment, the second series. Quite light-hearted, easy to watch and knit. Just wanted to recap and show you the lovely gifts that Mona got me for my birthday. We went out to Starbucks today, and you'll have seen the footage, well, a few clips of us enjoying a coffee and some treats, which she treated me to, which was very nice of her. And she got me this sock yarn to try, which I think I'm tempted to do a sock tube with, but I haven't decided yet. I've got an anchoring to have a go at that again, and I think this might be perfect for that. I will have to add that to my yarn in for the month. I haven't done that yet, so I may need reminding of that. She also got me this beautiful scissor case to go in my project bags, and she actually got me this, and I've got it lit up, so I'm hoping you can see how beautiful it looks. And she's filled all the days, and it's an advent, so I'm very, very excited to open this and add the yarns into my incredible blanket, which she knows I thoroughly enjoyed doing that last year with the advent swap, and I think that's why she's done that for me, which was really, really kind of her to do. Okay, so I did a little bit of knitting on my other project, which is what I took to Starbucks today. And this is the start of my Calm Down cardigan. It's the second attempt at my start of my Calm Down cardigan. I knit this little strip, and this afternoon before starting tea, I thought, oh, I'll just pick up this, because you pick up the stitches along the side. So I thought, oh, I'll just do that now. Kept looking, and I knew you picked up stitches on the slip stitch edge, but lo and behold, my slip stitches appeared to be on the wrong side to the working yarn, and I couldn't figure it out. What do you think I'd done? I'd cast it on, I'd knit all this, and I'd read my second row wrong, and I was only slipping stitches on one side of this knitting. So I was so early on in the project, I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to rip it all out and start again. So I did do that. I knit this strip, and then I've been helping my youngest make tea, so he was making korma for tea. So I'm going to have about half an hour now reading my book, and I'm going to do some more on this. And I'll check in with you in the morning. Bye.
Hello and welcome. It is a beautiful sunny morning here, so look at the lighting. I'm not going to complain about it because it is October and we've got some beautiful sunshine. Looks like it's going to be a lovely day. Cold and crisp, but beautiful. And I'm not sure how much knitting I'll get done today because I want to give my driveway area, I've got a shared driveway with my neighbour, and I want to give the whole area a bit of a clean and get the boys to help me on a tip run. Such exciting plans. Then I might treat them to McDonald's for dinner. Anyways, and yeah, I will apologise for the state of me, but I've just done my workout. I've been up, had my morning brew, done a little bit of knitting on the Calm Down cardigan, so I'll show you that first. After I think I told you last night that I had to rip out the first section because I hadn't done the slip stitches on both sides, so I rectified that, and then I have just been working on that section. Pattern is very, very well written, as with all of Lily Kate patterns that I have done. The
yarn is amazing to work with. I really just want to carry on working on this.
Not much more to say. I've
Just done that little shoulder piece, and then I'm now shaping for the neckline, so this section's going to grow now.
But it's been very, very enjoyable to knit on that. I stopped knitting on this last night when we were watching Toaster King, because I really had to concentrate on these first few sections of the pattern. It's not difficult, but I didn't want to lose track of where I was. So
I was also knitting on my
Summer Light top. I can't remember what it's not Summer Light, is it? I don't know what it's called. but I'm making really good progress on this. I'll be so happy when I get to the point where I'm starting the little sleeves. And I'll try and show you. I took this out with me yesterday with a coffee with Mona, which you'll have seen clips with. And yeah, there's not a lot to say about this one. It's coming along nicely. It's just a lot of knitting at the moment, but it's a really good one because it's totally mindless for me now. I can pick it up, knit it, I can read the knitting, I don't need to look at the pattern, and it's an easy one if I'm distracted to be able to knit on. So yeah, it's not growing as fast because it's Fisherman's Rib. Because I've done loads of knitting on this, because it's great for when I'm reading my book, which I'm not sure what I'm going to knit on right now. I feel as though what I should do, because I know I can just tell I'm going to be working on this afternoon a lot of that Down Cardigan, because now I've started it, I'm just so wanting to pick it up, but I'm not at the point where I can really read when I'm doing that. So, and I want to have a bit of reading because I'm going to go and jump in the bath, get ready for the day, and after my morning coffee, and then crack on with that work on the driveway. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is do some stripes on my incredible blanket. That's going to be the best bet, because I've not done them yet on that this week. I do want to, while I'm off, I'll just grab it. Oh, I wanted to measure this one actually. So let's do that now quickly. I think it's about 30 centimetres that I'm going to on this. I will double check on the pattern. I think it might be 32. No, I'm not at that yet. But yeah, I'm almost at 20, so that's pretty good. So it shouldn't be too long before I'm at the something just fell in, I'm not sure what that was. Most of my ends on this I am knitting in, because I'm not really too bothered about what it looks like on the back, but some of them I've not done that. So the annoying thing with this incredible blanket is, it's not that it's a hard pattern, it's that I can't memorise, I haven't managed to memorise the pattern. It's a 4-row pattern, but obviously it's 2 rows per stripe, and you're just sort of alternating, but I just can't get to grips with it, along with the edging details and all that. So to make it as, because I thought I had at one point, and then I looked at it and I thought, oh, that doesn't look right. So for me to do this, I do need to read the pattern, but literally I just read the pattern and then I get going on the row, if you see what I'm saying. So it's not too difficult. Now, what colour should I have next? Should I go with yellow? Yeah, let's do yellow. Or should I do green? Maybe green and yellow. Yeah, let's try and get 2 stripes done at least, while I do a bit of reading, and then I could do it in 3 really, couldn't I? But we shall see. The only thing about this, isn't it, there is a two-way conversation when I post the video, but like with this, what I knit in a week, there's not really anyone here, so I could be saying, oh, what colour should I put in next, but
nobody's going to answer me, are they?
Hopefully by the time I post this video all these colours will be in, so it won't matter, will it? I do it quite random. It's just because obviously I've got a pile there and I'm like dipping into it thinking, oh, what should I do next? Let's find the pattern. Apologies if you can hear the shower in the background. I'm presuming my older one's got in the shower. I've got quite a few patterns on here now, so it's... oh, there we go. The Purl Soho incredible blanket doesn't have a picture on the front cover and good notes, so it makes it difficult. What would be nice is to hear of any other knitted blanket suggestions in the comments, because I know this one's taken me a while and I do like it, but once I've finished it I'll probably start another blanket for
all my scraps, but I'm not sure I'd want to do the same pattern again, if that makes sense. Do we really need two
blankets in the same pattern? Well, I suppose it would look totally different enough. Who knows? But yeah, blanket pattern suggestions would be great.
Knitted ones, sorry.
Because I'm not... I can do crochet, but I'm not really that... I've not done much of it, and I'm not a lover of crochet really.
Well, after all that, I just about managed to do one stripe, which is 2 rows on my blanket while reading, and I've just put in the green stripe there, So yeah, better crack on with the day now. Can't sit here knitting all day, can I? Although that would be lovely. Well, I can't quite believe it, but today, the 22nd of October, is Vinny's birthday, and he is 5 today. Happy birthday, Vinny! He doesn't seem impressed, does he, that I'm waking him up from his nap?
First update of the day today. I've been quite busy this morning, so I haven't really had a chance to record much footage. Excuse me, but I've done my workout last of the week. Woohoo! I found it so hard this morning. I really wasn't motivated at all. I think it's with it being, you know, mainly my week off. I have had a couple of clients, but I've kept it to a minimum with the boys being off school. So this morning, like I say, I did a bit of knitting, did my workout, and then I had a client, which was about an hour and a half, and I just had some lunch and a brew, and I thought I'd come on and give you a bit of an update on what's happened so far. I have got a few errands to do this afternoon, picking up one of my youngest friends, and he's coming for a sleepover. And then I am at the hygienist, so I have got that to do in between my knitting. I finished my book as well. I don't think I told you that. It was so good. Legends and Lattes by, I can't remember her name actually. I'll put a picture up on the side so that you can see which book it is, just as a reminder. Oh, I'm getting out the wrong project here. What am I doing? So the first one that I did want to show you was the, I still want to call it the Summer Light, which is not right at all. But this is the progress a bit more while I was doing some editing yesterday. So I'm just going to measure, and then I can tell you how far I am along with this. I'm not sure I've made much progress. Oh yes, I have. I'm about 22 centimetres now, and I think last time I was just under 20. So that's good. Like I say, I'm sure it's about 30 that I need to get to for that pattern. It's quite easy this to knit on while editing or watching TV and things like that. Do you want to get up, Vinny? Sorry, the dog wants to get up on the chair. Come on, settle down. Good boy. Okay, so the main project that I was working on yesterday was the Down Cardigan. It was very moorish to work on, and it was the right front. So this is the saddle shoulder. So I've done the top section, I've got a few stitches on hold there, and I hope you can see around the dog. It looks very long at this point, but I've checked my gauge and one stitch off the stitch gauge and the row gauge. I can't remember actually, I was quite close on both, I remember that. The fabric this yarn's creating is beautiful. The yarn is divine. I still think though that this cardigan's going to be a lot more drapey than is expected for this pattern, and I'm not sure I've made the right pairing, but I still think it's going to be a super cozy, super light, super lovely cardigan. I'm enjoying the pattern. It's very, very engaging. Easy to follow as long as you read the instructions properly, which, you know, sometimes I don't. It takes me a bit to get my head around them. And yeah,
this is just on hold now, and I have just started the next saddle shoulder. Now, I assumed that I would be doing exactly the same again, but in like a mirror. So I'll be doing 2 front pieces, but it's not, the pattern's not written that way, so it did throw me off for a bit. But yeah, just working away on this, and then I'll be able to pick up stitches and start the next section, which I'm very much looking forward to. It's a dream to knit with this yarn. It's so soft, it's beautiful, and I'm still on my first skein, and they're the 2 projects that I've been working on really. So there's not a lot left. There's not a lot left to update you on at this stage. Hopefully I'll pop back in later and I'll be able to show you that I've done some more on this, because I think majority of today I'm going to be working on this, unless I'm doing a bit more editing, because yeah, so far the video is looking like it's going to be about an hour long, so and most of it is just me wittering on, so I hope I'm not boring you. If you've got to this stage, you've done pretty well. Thank you for sticking with me. And let's see, you know, how far I managed to get by the end of the week. You know, casting on 2 new things and just literally knitting on those 2 projects wasn't necessary. Oh, I've done my blanket as well, haven't I? Maybe I'll do a bit more of that later, because I've still got 5 colours left to get in, and I really want to do that by the end of this video, which I'm hoping just to finish off on Friday morning with a little outro, then I can get it up on the channel for you by Friday at 4. So I will see you in the next update. It's editing time with a nice coffee and a bit of knitting before I go and get ready for the day. Attempting to do a little bit of baking. Well, I'm hoping you can see me, because the dog's just barged up for a snuggle and squashed me up on the seat after I just got everything set up. Animals, eh? Anyways, morning. You will have seen a couple of clips that I took this morning. I've had quite a slow start to the day, which has been very, very nice. I have had a bath, done some knitting, done some tidying. Yeah, there was a dodgy, well, there was like a weird looking sky this morning, and it's a bit windy, but it's beautifully sunny today. Not that you can see that because I've shut the blinds, so I'm not backlit. So I'm hoping that the lighting is okay. Yeah, and you will have just seen a clip of me getting ready to do a little bit of baking. I'd seen this, I say baking, it's not really, it's a very basic recipe, but hopefully I've not got chocolate all over my face, because it seems to get everywhere, doesn't it? Yeah, made this recipe from Instagram, and it's basically just oats and peanut butter and maple syrup, and you just smush that into a cup shape in your silicone tray. Then you mash up some raspberries with a fork and put them in the centre, and then you top it with melted chocolate. Now I did 2 batches. I've done one with dark chocolate and one with Galaxy. Now the Galaxy I may have sort of spoilt that a bit, because in my efforts to make it runny, which Galaxy doesn't really seem to do that, I was just caught it before it was about to get burnt in the microwave. So I'm sure they'll still taste fine, but who knows. That's why it is always better to do it on a bain-marie on the stove, or bain-marie, or however you say it. I've had a bit of a wardrobe malfunction this morning, so I'm wearing my Cumulus tee, which I've not actually worn this for ages. It always seems to get shoved in and I forget it's there. As you can see, I haven't done anything with the bind off on the sleeves. That is way too tight. If that was, see, the sleeve itself isn't really that tight, but it's just the edge. I do need to fix that, but will I? Probably not. I'll probably just make another one of these because I do quite like this top and it fits nice. This was made with the Giddy yarns, and it was, I want to say it was called The Lonely Mountain, but I may be remembering that wrong. It was quite a while ago but I do like it. It is nice. When I say I had a wardrobe malfunction, this isn't the malfunction. The malfunction is that I put on my Salted Eggs for the first time, and I really don't like the fit of it. I might have to try it with something else, not with these jeans, but you know, it just showed every lump and bump, and it was it felt skin tight, and it felt like it was strangling me. And I know it's such a shame when I've put in such an effort, but I thought, I don't want to wear this. And to be fair, it's probably too warm today, but I was just like, no, that's going back in the wardrobe. Oh dear. And I think this is the problem with leaving projects too long. Anyways, back to some sort of update on what I've knit in a week, because that's what you're here for. So I've mainly this morning, I didn't do much footage last night, did I? But I knit on this, which is I think, if I'm going to get the name right, End of Summer Tea. It is so soft. I just wish you could feel this. So soft, so squishy. Going to be lovely to wear. And I'm sure I can wear this against skin. I mean, yeah, I could wear this around my neck and it would be absolutely fine. Beautiful. Maybe this is a combination I should have done my Salty Days in and maybe checked my gauge better. Anyway. Yeah, so I measured this morning, and it is it was, and I've done a bit since, 27 centimetres. So I've only got 5 centimetres to do, and we'll be starting on the sleeves, which is quite exciting. Because I mean, the stockinette bit should go good. There'll be, you know, raglan decreases and all that. Decreases? Yeah, decreases, because I'm working that way. And the little bits of the sleeve shouldn't take long, should they? Watch this space, it'll probably be on my needles in 3 years' time. And I've not done any on the Calm Down, but I'm not sure I showed you this yesterday. This is my second shoulder section. And I'm just going to quickly count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. And I think it's 40, is it 48, or I've done one too many? Let me have a look on the pattern quickly, because it won't take me a minute. I've been doing quite a bit of editing this morning because there's quite a lot of footage, so it does take quite some time, but it's handy. I've got some knits that I can just knit on while I'm Sorry if you can hear my youngest in the background. Sometimes he's very, very loud when he's on his Xbox. He will be coming off that shortly. To have device free time, and yeah. So, the Calm Down Cardigan, where are we? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's 48. So I've got 4 rows to do, and then I'll be able to pick up stitches for that, and I will be doing the upper back section. So that's quite exciting, because I instantly thought that I would be doing another front section, but not in this pattern. So very intrigued to crack on with that. But what I am going to do is, I've got about 45 minutes now until I'm going to make my dinner, and I thought I would do a couple of rows on my incredible blanket while I'm editing. Takes me quite a while to do them rows, really. Quite surprised. I think it takes me about 15 minutes to do the first row, and then the second row of the stripe is a bit quicker. But yeah, I was quite surprised. Or maybe I was just slower because I was reading it, I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm rambling now. Mum's coming later this afternoon, and she's having her nails done because I'm a nail technician. And then I've got 1 client tonight. I just had 2 clients this week that I fit in, even though I wasn't really working. So I should still have plenty of knitting time today. And then tomorrow morning, I will just let you know the final end results of the week and wrap up this video. Definitely going to be a longer one, and I'm very proud of anybody who makes it to the end. Hope it's been a good video to watch and it's not been too boring. You're just seeing me sitting on the sofa knitting all week.
Final clip of this video. It's Friday morning and I just thought I'd finish off and round up what I've done this week. So I want to first of all show you my Incredibles blanket, and woohoo, I did manage to get done my 9 colours that I wanted to add in. And what I am going to do is move up my stitch markers as well, so I know what I've shown you. But here you go. Here's what it's looking like at the moment. I'm really pleased that I managed to get all them colours in. I think it does look really, really nice. Yeah, not much more to say about that, other than I've managed to do it. I'm surprised how long sometimes the rows do seem to take me on this, but yeah, it's looking good. Still nowhere near done, is it? Look, I've only got because I want that to be you know, the way it is lengthwise, so it's not very long, is it really? Can't even cover my body with it. But I'm just going to keep going, keep using up all my scraps, keep knitting in rows when I've finished projects, and I will get there eventually with that. Next one I want to show you is the Calm Down. I've not really done, I don't think I did any on this yesterday, unless I did some yesterday morning. I think I've just done now, can't remember when I last updated you, but I have now done my 48 rows on here. So this is something that I'm going to get on with later today. So next week's podcast, hopefully there'll be a lot more progress on this. And just to show you again, because I'm not sure you could see last time because of the dog, it's this way up. That's the piece I've done so far, which is like the shoulder section. And then I worked on this quite a bit yesterday, so I'll just get my tape measure. I think this is called the End of Summer Tea. And I'm going to now measure, after me saying yes the other day how, oh, it's easy this one, I need to make, I can do it when I'm editing, I can do this, I can do that, it's very mindless. Lo and behold, I went and did nearly a full row wrong and had to tink it back. Right, let's just make sure I'm measuring this right. What's there? That's fine. Right, so it looks as though at the minute I'm probably at 29 centimetres. Like I say, mainly I did, ouch, whipped myself with that then. Mainly I worked on my incredible blanket yesterday, and then I did some on this. I'm at 29 centimetres, so I've got 29 to 30, so I've got about 2 or 3 centimetres left to do on that, because the pattern suggests 32 centimetres for the length of this body, and at that point I should be able to add on the sleeves. But I think I will actually have a look at it on my body and then look at the pictures to see if I can get some sort of idea of where it's going to be landing lengthwise. And that's all I wanted to say. I hope you have enjoyed this video. It's taken a lot of editing, as you can imagine. I've had some ups and downs with sound issues with learning my new mics, but it has been a good way to learn the new mics. And see you in the next one. If you did make it to the end, please do put a thumbs up emoji in the comments so I know that you've managed to make it to the end. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.